crypto market has been experiencing the sky is falling down event. But guess what? Not everyone in the market was surprised with rejections. Not everyone in this market was surprised because they were educated well enough about the micro scenario. Just 8 hours back, I told you guys, watch, it's about to accelerate as soon as you break this. Did that happen? Yes, it did. When we were still at the resistance, I argued this is what we're going to watch. Why? Because all those historical terms played out. We had this head and shoulder pattern in the altcoin market, and now go watch. It's broken to the downside. It's showing you as we highlighted. And one of the key structure here is this. At that resistance, we argued this is the destination. Now we're getting very close to that. But there is a concern in that. And that's exactly what takes you into the right area. It can be that thunder zone. Now, what do I mean by the thunder zone? It is on a weekly chart, and it is so important. Why? Because in the next 24 hours, you are about to get the weekly candle close, and that's about to change the narrative. The short term, yes, it's true, but that will give you a macro ride. If you don't get at the right position, there can be a wipe off from the whales because they see that they know what happened last time and they don't want you to take benefit of that. Welcome to the Scientific Investor family, where the normal retail guys get to learn how to become the next top 10% of this world. If you've seen this yesterday, you already knew where this was going. I argued about the point this bounce is just like the recent past. It's a trap. Don't run for that. I was arguing, yeah, we'll go close to 65,500, but watch for what? A rejection. Now go into the price action, say take Bitcoin and zoom a little bit in to see where you got rejected. That rejection candle came in at 65,545. Was that a perfect call? No, but it was almost good, right? 65,500 was the call. It went $45 above before it got rejected. So next, what are you looking for? Are you looking for 40,000? Are you looking for 10,000? It's all up to you because it's the narrative which changes based on the short-term structure. People look at the short-term structure, but understand, as you zoom out, you get to see the macro structure. This is why in the last videos, I've been highlighting this as a fact. Watch for something like this. We went through this in the entire week. We gave you the entire idea. There's going to be a micro trap, and this is about to happen. They will trap you. This was the message which the Scientific Investor family was educated on. And right now you're watching the exact same scenario playing out. So you take XRP and say, oh, the price is getting rejected. Yeah, I told you. This is the standard deviation range where we were looking the price for a rejection. The price came to that end. RSI did not enter 70 plus. That's not what we want. We want the RSI entering into that 70 plus zone. Now remember, Ether is also getting rejected. It kind of shows you what the entire altcoin spectrum is doing. Now, yes, Bitcoin kind of rides the market to the cliff or to the moon for sure. But when you zoom out a bit and look at what's happening here, now we get a better clue of what to look for, especially when you do look at a weekly or a monthly. So on a weekly, you can actually put simple tools. Use simple tools. Don't make this complex. The drop below the moving average was around 13% last time. This time around, it was 15. So that was not a bad deal. It did drop. Now, if you go back into the capitulation phase, that was 25%. We're not in the capitulation phase, as you know. We're not in a bear market, as we all agree, right? We were going up. So you're not looking for a capitulation on that time horizon. Rather, you can zoom in, or you can stay on the monthly, look at what the market is showing you, sure. But then to understand where exactly we may go, you need to now zoom a little bit out. Because the pattern here is clear. It has been clear. We didn't break this to the upside. That's one of the primary reasons why the SI family was educated on this again and again and again. Why? Because if you don't break this, you're going to get rejected. And you did get rejected. That means your support zone is going lower. You have another, now that was yesterday. Now you have another 10, 11, 12. Say just about 10% drop coming in. That can be a rinse off scenario. There is a huge possibility that it's about to do that. The daily, the moving average is going up. The 3-day, the moving average is going down. Now we go to the weekly and you see the fact that the weekly moving average is slowing down. Remember, we put the argument. There is going to be a drop to retest the bottom. But the key area is going to be these 3 candles. Can we close this weekly just like what we did last October? That's a good thing to watch. Look at this. You came back to the moving average. You tested the moving average. You got rejected. You got the 3 candle reversal structure, all almost same. But then the price decided to come back up before the weekly close. Can we do that in next 24 hours? If we do, that's bullish, because if we break 6,800, 6,600, that range, that doesn't look good, because at that point, you are about to go through lightning and thunder. Because the first candlestick, creating this 3 candlestick pattern, the reversal pattern, shows you the argument. If you do go down and close there, sellers are pulling everything to the downside. That means you're about to watch 55, 53 range being tested. Now, if before the daily close, which is coming in next 24 hours, this is not long story. It's easy. Keep it simple. If you do see this come back up at 62, 63 and close, great. Someone is starting to buy just below that support, and that's all you need to know. As investors jumping back into this asset, or they're jumping out of this. That is one of the easiest narrative. What you can compare though with the monthly candle close or weekly candle close, which you already have. Monthly argues you had bullish volume coming in last month, but it failed to push the price back up above. Sellers, they absorbed all of that and they're pushing to the downside. So now you'll slowly have to zoom out. You see, there is less sellers than the last buying candles, but the bears have already engulfed all of those. Sellers are strong there. At the resistance, what else do you expect? Sometimes it kind of shows like I'm not going anywhere, I'm breaking to the upside. But then it break back to the downside. I've been arguing about watch for 60, watch for 58, watch for 56 for a few weeks. But the trouble is, when the market stays at that resistance, at the highs, emotion doesn't allow you to believe that this is coming. So right now, go back to your indicators. It's all following that trend line which we were dictating and detailing from this time, right? From June, we've been talking about this. We got this confirmation back here in March. Now it's riding. Let's see where it actually goes. Because by the time you come back down to that trend line to get rejected or to do something else, the price action will show you that. And especially on the monthly, it's going to be really important. Why so? Because on the monthly, you're about to argue monthly RSI is about to come back down to 57. Now it's at 62, so it's not a long way. And then bounce off. We have seen similar narratives playing out. We have seen these trend lines guiding the way to the upside. All of them in monthly, not a daily, not a 3-day, not a weekly. So your level of patience and discipline needed in this game is going to be monumental, right? You need to have that sort of information so that you're well educated. And that's exactly what the scientific investor family is getting. We've been going through all of this while you were at the support, giving you the bounce narrative. When we were at that resistance, we taught you what is the most likely scenario. Right now, that's exactly what's playing out. If you want to join the scientific investor family and 1,200 plus members, use this link in the description below. Join the SI family, get whatever I'm posting there. There's a ton of things going on. We are still going through this. Almost every members, they are asking questions about this asset, this asset, this asset, and I'm going through them. You get to see each and every assets in your portfolio, whichever you are interested in, which you are riding on, and everything else on the micro, on the macro, so that you know whether it's at the buy zone or it's at a get out zone. That's important. Because while Bitcoin bottoms and reverses, that's important. That word is important. Reverses. You're watching some alts. Are they at that support? I mean, I'm really happy about XRP. I've talked this through. I already told you guys, when Bitcoin was going down, this guy was going up. That was a great signal. And then you made a divergence. We talked about that here too. Now you're watching what that means. Negative divergence means look for the downside. It's going down. Fine. So that's a micro scenario. On the macro, what did we talk about? This becoming the wave one. I would love to see this becoming the wave one. And wave one usually come back down at least this range before it goes further high. Now, how high can the next leg be? I'm not really sure. We need to watch where we bounce off. If we bounce off here, it can be a little bit higher, say 1.5. If we come back down close to this support, most likely it's going to be 1.2 and then 0.8 and the bounce. So that's going to be the first macro wave structure, giving you the micro 3 waves. Right now, it's hard to see something like that is possible because the sky is falling down. But once we reach there, be in the SI family, take advantage of this market because this market is about to give you the right opportunity, not of the resistance, but at the support. So guys, if you received value, smash that like button for me. I appreciate that a lot. And if you want to join the SI family, go through your portfolio one-on-one with me, get my thoughts on the assets which you have, use the link in the description below of Patreon and reach me. I'll meet you guys on next video. Bye for now.